Hi guys, this is Pranjal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So last week we talked about what we are building and why we are building an agentic workforce for local businesses, which is GrowthPro AI. This week I wanted to dive a little bit more into how we are building it, right? Because an agentic platform, agentic AI powered platform looks very clean on the slide, but in reality, things break and we have to iterate, we have to reiterate, we have to figure things out, what's working, what's not working, what is the tech stack that we want to use, and so on. So there are so many decisions that we have taken, we have iterated, we have reiterated over the past year or so. And so just wanted to share with you guys the journey so far. So this is Build in Public episode 01, where we'll be talking about what we've learned, what we built, what we've learned, what broke, and our lessons so far. And let's dive into it. So now I'm going to show you a live run, right? So this is our AI agent for the local for Growth Pro, right? So let's open it. So first things first, we need to select the location. So let's select one location which we want to carry an audit for, and I have a pre-written prompt. I'll paste the prompt here. So basically it says it asks the agent to help me carry out an audit of this location against the competitors and share a list of recommendations and an action plan to boost my rankings, right? So as soon as I hit enter, the agent identifies a tool which is get competitor intelligence. So it basically pulls the competitor data from the database, right? So you might be wondering where the competitor data comes from, right? So there is no chance of hallucination here, because this agent is obviously directly connected to our backend database, right? So there is no chance of hallucination at all. So it pulls in the data from the database, and then it shows the SERP ranking of this location. So it's not ranking in the top 20, therefore it says 0. It shows the top competitors that this particular location has. So these are the top competitors and some high level top competitive gaps, right? And then it shares an action plan for this week, this month, and the long term action plan, right? So now I'm not going to read each and every point here, but the main point or the main USP here is that there's no chance of hallucination at all, because the agent pulls in data directly from our backend database, right? Competitors are already stored there. We have an agent running in the backend which continuously monitors competitors and stores insights in the database. Right. So now, moving on, here's the point, or here's the part where most founders don't tell you, they don't show you, right? We always want to paint a rosy picture, but the truth is that it's far from the truth, right? So a lot of iterations have happened over the past, as I said, 8 to 10 months, right? So we have changed the stack a couple of times. We built a dashboard first, then because it's all about the data, right? So the data pipelines have to be built in first, right? And then finally we have gone here and we've built an agent which connects with the data. Our data pipelines are seamlessly built in, right? But a lot of things broke, right? While we were doing this, a lot of things broke. First of all, the tech stack identification, the benchmarking. If you're talking about this particular use case, how do we benchmark a business against its competitors? What are the data points we want to use? The PDF output that was generated was too long, right? The prioritization was too generic. We weren't able to prioritize the most important or the most relevant data points, right? So there has been a lot of work that has gone in the backend, and I just wanted to share with you guys that with a new technology like Agentic AI, it's very very it requires a lot of experimentation and flexibility, risk taking, and just the ability to get up every day and try to figure out what's working, what's breaking, for your customers, and how we can add the most value for them, right? Right. So now, just to talk a bit about what's coming next. So, we looked into one of the agents that we built, which is basically the GMB audit agent. And then, in the next episode, we will look into, an agent that can perform a task on its own, right? Like a review response agent or a content agent. We'll see which one we pick. And then we will also look into the hyperlocal CRM. That's the most exciting part that I want to talk to you about, because that is where we are actually giving hyperlocal intelligence to our customers, right? Because GMB optimization is not a new thing. It's a solved problem, right? As we all know, a lot of people in the industry are already doing it. But how do we take it to the next level? How do we provide our customers with the intelligence they need, the ability to understand customers, predict churn, right? Nudge them at the right time, right? And understand their visit patterns, and then the ability to run campaigns for them, and so on, right? So all that comes from hyperlocal CRM, right? So that's going to be part of the next video. So yeah, if you like the video, if you like my content, do subscribe and drop in a comment, and share with your friends, share with local business owners, right, who we really want to help. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.